Hey, everybody, welcome back to Motivations, a short weekly series where I just want to provide you some encouragement for the start of your week. And this week, I want to talk about releasing your poison. so I'm a little bit more intense than some of the previous weeks, but here's the idea. Have you ever gotten so frustrated? Have you ever gotten so angry or upset over a situation or an event, maybe a confrontation you had, and then you just want to like scream? I think in my past, I've gone and shoved my face into a pillow and just said, ah, because we are just so inundated with this stress and tension within. And I want to talk about releasing that today because it's so important. I think there are so many people out there that do not release the anger that they feel in a given situation, or maybe the bitterness over a relationship that's gone sour, or maybe a broken relationship, friendship, maybe even in family. And when this happens, it if we don't treat it, here's why I call this releasing your poison. When we don't treat our anger, when we don't treat our bitterness or our rage, when we don't find an outlet for it, when we keep it all bottled inside, it acts literally like a poison. It starts to kill our joy. It starts to kill our resolve, our determination. It starts to just kill off who we are, and eventually we find that we don't like the people that we see in the mirror after a while when it goes untreated, because then we just become angry all the time and we don't know how to process these feelings until eventually, if you've ever boiled water with a lid on the pot, or a volcano that's building and building pressure, what eventually is going to happen is it's going to blow. And it's intense, and it's something that we need to be aware of. And so my encouragement to you this week is to just analyze, take a step back. I like to say, hover over the stadium, get a stadium view of your life, and where in your life do you see unresolved anger or bitterness, or what relationships do you have where you need to forgive somebody? Because it's so important. We need to have an outlet, and maybe that outlet is forgiveness, or maybe the outlet for your anger is going to a gym or taking a run. For those of us who have faith, it's a time to pray. So there are so many outlets, but what I want to challenge you with when it comes to releasing that poison, releasing that anger or bitterness, is that you do it in a life-giving way. So in my previous video, I talked about being uh, an empathetic life giver. So you need to think about, what is it that you need to do? What is it that you can do to release, to give life? And let me just touch quickly upon the idea of forgiveness, because sometimes we have trouble forgiving people because we think that maybe they don't deserve it. Well, here's the thing. Sometimes people don't deserve to be forgiven when they hurt us, but we have to forgive them anyway, because when we don't forgive them, it affects nobody but ourselves. Once again, it becomes a poison that we need to release, and so we need to forgive people, sometimes just for the benefit of the release that we feel, to say, okay, I know that this person hurt me, I know that this person wronged me, but just because of the pressure and the stress and the tension I feel inside, I choose to release. And to release something like that means to forgive. That I just have to forgive. Doesn't mean you have to forget. It's something that you carry with you. It's something that you learn from, but it is something that you need to release. So I encourage you this week to find ways to release your poison, and to have that awareness that anger, resentment, bitterness, stress, tension, anxiety, all these things that we carry with us that happen because of our circumstances, maybe our finances, maybe something in our household, our family, our relationships, our friendships, our work, something that happens that brings this anger or bitterness toward us, we have to release. Is it forgiveness? Is it just getting a punching bag? Is it that pillow that we plunge our face to and just say, ah? Or is it something, even more, to be able to go and just release someone? And I can just tell you that this is a huge breakthrough step. When you can release these things, you're going to find yourself better off than where you were. So let me just encourage you and continue to just push you and challenge you to find ways to release that poison in your life, so that you can find more joy, more satisfaction, and more fulfillment from who you are and who you're meant to be. So it's my encouragement for you today. Hope it motivates you to go out, to take action, to release the bitterness, anger, frustration, brokenness that you feel within, and live more joyfully and fulfilled. And I just hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time.